Thank you for everybody that's tuned in tonight to the Wednesday Sports Talk Show. Of course, you would know by now, I'm not Edward Hall. Edward Hall is the host of this show. Again, he just runs scared like always. But me and Addison Salon, we're not scared. We're here from start to finish, you know. So, Addison, I would say, how are you doing? But I think I know how you're going to answer this.
I'm okay.
Well,
How are you today, Mark?
my voice is sounding sort of like your voice. I think your voice might even be a little deeper than my voice tonight.
Oh, allergies.
Acid's got some severe allergy stuff going on, and I just got old age stuff going on. So, hopefully, we can battle through it. But Edward will show up here in a minute, and I know he's got a really good show in line. And of course, it's always a good show. We got Addison on. Addison, before Edward comes on and starts getting into his show, first off, I feel like we're like family. I've really got close to you over the years and stuff like that. And are you staying safe? There's a lot of craziness in the world right now.
Yeah, we're being really safe down here in Palmville. We had the police outside of the school today. Like, we're gonna be okay. We'll be okay.
Absolutely, and just again, just harp on what we was talking about last week. And there's Edward, and I'll give him the mic here in a second. Just again, lock your doors, call your family, call your loved one, just double check on everybody, and we'll get through this. And until this, I'm going to word this right. Suspect is apprehended. Just keep check on the loved ones, and we'll get through this. Is Edward with us?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just trying to figure out where everything went just then. Everything just went blank on my whole side. So, but Mark, I appreciate you taking a couple minutes while I do the behind the scenes part there. But, I'm pretty sure you went over the beginning part.
Well, I just introduced your show, and then me and Addison was talking about allergies and old age. Well, Addison don't have old age like me. I've got the old age syndrome. She's got some severe allergies going on, and yeah, I think you've even got the snots going on there too, Edward. You probably got old
Well,
age too.
I don't know if I'd call it old age. I ain't as old as you yet.
I need some of those.
But,
That's enough. I'll email you a couple of them.
email,
Please.
airmail it. Well, y'all ready to go ahead and kick the show off with our first guest?
We are ready. We're snotting, but we're ready. And
Ready as
coughing,
I'll ever be.
snopping, coughing. We'll get it. We'll get it done.
Hi,
Well, Ava,
guys.
thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, with I'm gonna ask you a question right off the gate before I give you over to Mark or Addison. But with everything that's going on, are y'all having any chances to do any like practices or anything right now?
As of right now, we're not allowed to have any outside school activities. We're not in school for the rest of the week. We haven't been able to practice this week. So hopefully we can start soon. Hopefully all this gets resolved and we can start practicing. But as of right now, no.
Okay. Well, Mark, Addison, do you all want to start us off there?
You start, Mark.
Well, first off, I gotta ask you, educate us on pronouncing your last name. That's the reason why he said Ava. He didn't pronounce the last name. He's afraid to get it wrong. I'll tell him.
It's pronounced Maguette.
Maguette. Okay,
Yes.
oh, that's awesome. I like that Maguette. Ava, just I'm looking at all this here, and just tell us a little bit about your season. It looks like it's pretty good so far.
Our season has been great so far. As you all know, we're 10-0, and that's unbelievable for this program. And we've just been given so many opportunities, and I'm just so grateful for my coaches and my teammates that we've been able to have so much success so early on in the season.
Ava, you sort of led me into my next question there because you said the 10-0 there. Did you wear shirts all summer like refuse to lose or something like that? He's got some kind of motto, let's be perfect, or just something
Um,
he's running on.
Just our motto is just be a team. There's no I in team. We always have to help each other. So we've never really talked about our winning streak. We've always talked about how we can get better. So we haven't. There's always more goals for us to have. Like we're not done from where we are right now.
And there's some really good competition in here. I mean, of course, you just face off against Whitley. You would actually had Whitley again tomorrow night. I
Mhm.
would guess that's been canceled. Am
Yeah,
I
it's
right? Okay. You've also had, if I'm looking on here, Somerset Christian, Wayne County Southwestern's a good team. I mean, you played some really good talent, North Laurel,
Mhm.
and you just not shied away from the competition. So, I mean, at 10-0, I've got to ask you this question: Or do you feel like you're ahead of schedule, or did you just feel like Yins was going to do this year?
We didn't know really what to expect coming in this year. We haven't won region the past 2 years, so I think that honestly just fed our hunger just to do better every game and just keep getting better. So we didn't really expect to be 10-0 right now. We just take it day by day and game by game.
Well, the little miss is, I would say, under me on the lower right hand side. She knows more about this game than I'll ever know, so I'll let her take over.
10-0. That's insane. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
and did your team or did you set like any personal goals? Like, did you have any goals
So
that you would want to reach?
yes. So at the beginning of the season, during our preseason, we made a set list of goals that we wanted to accomplish. And we made our standards and our morals as a team, and we have them in our locker room. Each of us have like a little card of all of them, and we keep them so we can see them all the time. And our goals are just to make it a deep run in the postseason. That was our ultimate goal, and just try to get as many wins under our belt as we can, and just really build back the program.
That's great. One of you two go.
Well, I'm actually looking at your schedule, and some of the teams that you've just basically ran the table with, they're top tier competition. But I got to ask you about that very first game against Somerset Christian, because if things do get to change and y'all get to go back 2 games, you will have them September the 16th. So that game went to the fifth set. So what do you see might have changed from your first game that you've played them till now?
I think just our scrappiness and our overall knowledge of the game, we've had to work on so many things since that game. That game was really just a starting point to kind of see where we were, and we kind of grew off of that. We've watched film, we've watched so many things to try to make us better, and we've just been implementing it in practice. So I think the next time we face off against them, that will be a much better game on our part.
And the next question I got to ask you about is, I'm more of a stat kind of person here because that's all I can do at my age and Mark's age.
And
But
there's one stat that will blow your mind. One stat blows my mind.
and
I gotta hear the answer to this.
yeah, I mean that's the question I'm fixing to ask. 220 assists.
For this year,
Yes, just in the 10 games so far.
Is that a misprint or is that facts?
I believe it's facts.
Do you know the closest that you have on your team as far as assists?
No, I don't actually.
If I'm seeing this right, you're 200 ahead.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So just how do you do it?
Yeah.
We always work really hard in practice. I try to make sure that I'm getting better each practice. If I have a missed set or I'm just not on my game, I still just try to put hittable balls up. And credits to our hitters who are actually giving me these assists because I couldn't do it without them. And it's just the whole team, even our passes. If we have a great pass, a great set, and a great swing, it sets us all up for success. So I just want to give the credit to my teammates there because it's definitely just not all me.
And if I'm looking at this correctly, and that would put you at roughly right at about 8 assists, probably per set, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, you also block the ball. You've got several kills, digs, service aces. You know, just what do you all do in practice that allows you when it comes game time? Because I've got to see you all perform, and you all just it looks like y'all just changed the switch basically during warm ups to the game. So what do you all do during practices that allows y'all to do that?
Honestly, we do a lot of high pressure situations that prepare us for high stress games. When we're in the red zone, we do drills to kind of implement that, so we're ready for that. And we just have to make sure that we're all consistent. So doing the same kind of drills every day, basic drills, making sure our basic foundation is set, so then we can implement it into a game, and it will just make us better, especially when we face harder teams. So just keeping the basics is really, honestly, I think, as what helped us the most. Just keeping that same kind of format, all of our practice, working on everything. I think that's really just has what helped us win so many games so far.
Now, I got to ask you because I know a certain girl that during her practices she likes to hit her coach with the volleyball. Is there anybody on your team that does that?
Yes, actually, a lot of us do. Caroline Combs, our outside hitter, she can just absolutely hammer a ball, and sometimes people get hit, and it's just like, wow, that's kind of crazy. But there's a lot. Our Brooke, our middle, she will slam a ball to the 10-foot line, and sometimes our coaches will be standing right there, and whoo, just get hit sometimes. So it happens, and I think it's honestly. I mean, I'm glad we're being able to hit these balls at such a fast pace and at such a consistent rate. So, and I think our coaches really appreciate that too, even though they get hit with balls sometimes.
See, it's not.
So see, Addison,
it's not
it's okay.
always our fault. See, it's okay. Sometimes the ball goes where it wants to, and you can't help that.
Well, I mean, that's your tale, But Mark, you got anything else for I keep asking mine?
Hey, but back on the bonking people balls, or are they certain ones that you rather hit instead not hit?
Yes, mostly that's just when, like, if I decide I want to dump a ball, which is a kill, that would be a kill on my end. I just have to know where my defense and my block is. If I see a hole, I'm definitely going to dump it. If I don't, or if I know I'm set up for success by setting the ball somewhere, I'm obviously going to set it. So it just depends on where defense is, where block is, and just overall the kind of atmosphere of the game and what's going on. If it's a very fast, we're having a really big rally, if I want to change the tempo, I can dump the ball anywhere I want, or we can tip. So just tempo and then just reading defense is really what I have to say to that.
So say, let's go back to your practice stuff. Are they one that you wouldn't want one of your teammates to hit you with the ball? I mean, where they hit it so hard you wouldn't want to be bonked by one of their balls.
Yeah, sometimes it kind of scares me playing defense against or even our own outside hitters because they can slam a ball. All of them can. Even our little 8th grader, she's doing amazing, and we just have so many good players on our team this year, and it makes me really happy.
Tell us a little bit about Coach Jones.
Coach Jones has been absolutely amazing this season. She's given us so many opportunities, and I'm just so thankful for her because she has gotten Corbin volleyball back to what it should be. And it's just amazing to see the growth that we've had from last year to this year while we have lost 5 seniors and we are just thriving. So, all credit to her. We couldn't have been here without her and her dedication. So, I'm just so thankful for her.
Yeah, I seen her at work there the other night, and she just seems like she just puts a fire in Yins, and just you could just see that she wants it as bad as Yins do, and I could see that Yins all feed off of that too.
Yes.
And but just harping on, and again, you're undefeated. I insist to everybody that's on the show. We know what your ultimate goal is. You want to be the last team standing. You want to parade through Corbin. What is it going to take to get that?
Just more hard work. We're going to have to keep working hard. We can never be complacent. And that was one of our kind of things that we talked about. We don't want to be a complacent team. We want to make sure our goals never stop getting higher. And we just have to make sure that we all are on the same track when it comes to that. So just making sure our team is all focused on one thing and just wants to keep bettering themselves and bettering us as a team. That's really what it's going to take to get there.
Okay, one more, and I'll let Addison have you. Do you think Edward can handle one of your kills?
I mean, I think he could.
Well, see, I'm glad she's got faith in me because I don't have faith in me.
I don't have faith in you either, Edward.
You got it.
I don't know. As hard
He
as you
would-
was hitting some of them, I think I'm going the other way. So
He would have it, but then after he got behind closed doors, he'd pout about for about a week and a half. Oh, my hands, my wrist. Yeah, yeah, he'd act all
Now,
manly.
listen, I would
walking
have-
out
I'd have the bruises to back it up.
there. Addison.
I think he could do it. I think, you know what? Can't never could. So,
That sounds pretty good.
what did
That does sound pretty good.
what did you all do in the off season to grow as the team that you are now? Because just watching you all play, I mean, it's such a there's some fluidity in the game that it's just insane. What did you all do during the off season to help that?
We did so much team bonding, and I think that's really what helped us the most is we're playing as one unit instead of separate people. And so just team bonding and just practicing, hanging out with each other outside of practice has helped a lot too. We've really gotten to know each other as a team and as people and as friends. And I think that's just really what's helped us the most is becoming one unit.
Edward.
All right. Well, I got one more question for you before I go into showing a few things I made for you. But this is probably one of my favorite questions to ask. Before the season started, was there a certain team you had highlighted that you was looking forward to playing the most?
Honestly, North Laurel was who we were looking forward to playing the most this year. They have a great libero. They have a great outside hitter. They are one unit. We were just really excited to see what they were going to pull out this year. And, of course, Whitley County. Whitley County always has a great team. So we were excited to play them as well. But we were also just more excited to showcase what we've done this summer.
Well, I do tend to put together a couple graphics for the student athletes that come on our show, and that is kind of our way of just saying thank you for coming on and listening to Mark ramble, for 15 minutes.
Well, I've not asked her favorite restaurant or anything like that. I'd almost
Well,
about to
I'll
say
let you go.
root beer
I'll
sandwich.
let you go ahead and hit your-
5.
What'd you say?
Is root beer stand like top 5? I'm not saying it might not be your favorite, but it has to be up there, right?
It definitely is. It's so good.
So what is your favorite restaurant? It can be a sit-in or a fast food, or if you had a choice to go somewhere right now, where would you go?
Right now, I would want Applebee's because I love Applebee's,
Well,
and that's the only
that's
thing we have here.
oh.
Really.
Well, Corbin's got a few restaurants. You don't like David's or King Buffet or Wild Wing or any of them places, Mister Gaddy's.
Well, I do. I just like when I want something in Corbin, my mind just automatically goes to Applebee's.
Applebee's.
I just love it.
Okay. Can't go wrong with Applebee's, Edward. So you need to take me to Applebee's next time we're in Corbin.
No.
That was very harsh. Very mean.
Yes,
I'll take him to
You're right,
McDonald's and
Adam.
let him eat off the dollar menu. Have you ever took this man out to eat?
No, but I think we're forgetting about one very important restaurant that's in the Corbin area, and that is the Taco Bell. So we go there.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean we can go there. Yeah, we're good with Taco Bell.
Edward's definitely good at Taco Bell.
Mark, you got any more of your hard hitting questions for I show her these graphics?
No, I'll go easy tonight. Because now I'm thinking about food. I'm thinking about Taco Bell root beer stand. I want root beer stands, but I can't stand it. I can't stand thinking about the root beer stand. Something like that.
Well, after the show, you can take me and Addison to root beer stand.
I agree with that.
I don't even like root beer, and my goodness, it's just something about you want a big frosty mug of root beer. And I can't stand root beer, but every time I go there, I want root beer. I don't know why. I don't know.
I've never had it. I don't know the hype about the root beer stand. I've never had it. So I need to know.
Oh my goodness! Well, once you go root beer stand, you don't go back. It's just it's like I don't know. Ava, could you help me out here at the word with the root beer stand?
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
It really is.
All right, so I got two different ones, and me and Mark always has a different agreement, and I'm sure I know which one he's gonna like the most. But I haven't even showed him none of these yet.
I don't like
But-
neither of them. I don't like them. Oh, go ahead, Ava.
But I kind of just want to get your opinion on
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much.
it. You're welcome, and
Wow, thank you so much. That's awesome.
you're welcome. And after the show, I will send them to you, so they are yours to be able to do what you want to with, and we will also post them on our pages. But Ava, I do want to thank you for just immediately replying back to me saying yes, you're willing to come on the show, and when everything gets to go back to normal, keep killing it like y'all are, and hopefully we'll get to cover you at state.
Thank you so much. I hope you do cover us at state.
Ava, you've been fun. I might try to holler at you on one of these Sunday nights too, if we can get you on.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Addison,
Well,
I tell you, you need to go to the root beer stand.
I have never been. I don't know. Like, I've been to the one in Barville. Does that count?
I'm not thrown off on the one in Barville, but it's just so the root beer stands might be next level. It's like I don't know. It's just hard to describe. Do you like root beer, Addison?
No.
Well, it's just something about the root beer stand. They bring that frosty mug and yeah. I guess he still bring the bugs. I've not been there this year, so I might be wrong. It might just be a cup now or something like that. But it used to be like these big old frosty bugs.
I don't know. I've never been. I need to go. I need to make
Yeah.
a trip to Corbin one day.
you get him talking about food and he loses his mind.
But
But
it might be closed by now because they close. They don't stay open all year long. They're open season.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
weird.
Well,
somebody can comment the dates. Okay,
we
I'll
go
set it
from
up.
one great interview to another one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Well, hello.
Hey.
Well, first off, I do want to thank you for, accepting to come on the show and everything.
Thank you guys
And
for
I did get to cover you, even though we ain't gonna talk about the other day's game. It was. But before I go into asking my questions, Mark or Addison, do y'all got anything?
I'll let you go, As.
I'm gonna go first this time.
Yep.
What is your overall thoughts on the season so far? How do you think it's going personally and for your team?
I'm really proud of my team right now. We started off the season. I was honestly a little bit nervous because we lost one of our really good seniors. But once we started getting the groove and playing together as a team, as one unit, we started really learning how to play together, and I think we've done really good this season. I'm really proud of us.
Okay, Mark.
Um, if I'm looking at this right, you're a freshman, right?
Yes.
So me as a freshman, I don't even want to go into details about it. Are you ever nervous out there? I mean, I know you still got a few more years you got to go, but you seem awful comfortable out there. You seem like you're ready to go.
Yeah, I played soccer since I was like in sixth grade, so like the nerves really go away once you start like playing. Once you hear the whistle, it's just like it's go time. So it just.
Tell us a little bit about Coach Pittman.
Coach Pittman, I love her to death. She's really helped me throughout this season, and she's really helped my growth in the game. And she's helped not only me but my team also. You can tell the progress and like the growth that the girls have had. We all love her.
Just tell us a little bit about your school. We know quite a bit about it. I love Harlan County. Just tell us a little bit about your school. Brag on a little bit for us.
My school, I love my school. Well, it was my freshman year, so like I'm still getting used to it and stuff. But by far, like so far, I love it a lot. It's really they have a really good education thing. We're also really good at our like we good at our sports too. So yeah.
So, are you a little overwhelmed with the facilities and stuff down there?
Not really. I wouldn't say like really overwhelmed. It's something that's new to me and stuff I have to adapt to.
Yeah, I mean, every time I go down there and just see just the school, all the fields, and just all the money that's being put in that, it's like wow. I mean, this is student athletes would want to come here. I mean, it's beautiful down there, and I know it's a different sport, but that football field and just all the other fields, and I even like we covered a lot of softball, baseball up there too. I like that. I love that setup up there. I mean, that was almost like a small apartment up there in that press box. I could put me a refrigerator, a bed. I mean, everything's is just, I mean, up to date and everything is beautiful up there. I love that school, and uh, looks like most of the seasons win one, lose one, win one, lose one, like that. A lot of back and forth. What's it going to take for you and your team to get it on track, get rolling there?
We just need to start, which we're doing right now. We're really hard and practice, and we just need to work together as a team and always lifting each other up. And I think if Coach Hannah and she just like helps us and leads us and stuff, we can do better.
Go ahead to ask you. I'm a big Rax guy. I mean, when we're talking about Harlan restaurants, do you prefer one over the other?
One thing that Harlan has that a lot of other places don't have is this place called Dairy Hut. I really like Dairy Hut. I love their cheese munchers.
Oh, I didn't know about Dairy Hut. Edward, did you know
You've
about Dairy
never
Hut?
you Yes, you've never
Oh,
been to Dairy Hut.
Oh,
Hungry.
Addison, have you been to Dairy Hut?
No.
I haven't even heard of it to just now.
I would have
I'm
thought
in
for sure
Poland
you've been there,
tomorrow. I'm
Addison.
going. I need to try all these places. Y'all got me thinking of food now.
Yes.
So what does Dairy Hut have?
They it's like a bunch of they have hamburgers, they have hot dogs, they have the best ice cream ever, and they have my favorite is their cheese munchers though. I love their cheese munchers. They have really good onion rings too.
Well, I like the onion rings.
Yeah.
So what is it? Is it just like a pull-in spot? They come and get your order, or what is that?
Yeah, you can go up and order. You can order it through the phone. It's just like a little place that it's just a little.
Edward, next time we're in Harlan, you're taking me to Dairy Hut.
Oh, listen, I can eat there all the time when I'm in Harlan. And Addison, I thought for sure as many times you've had to go up that way, you've at least ate there once.
No, that Dairy Queen is on the way out. So, Mom's stopping by Dairy Queen. We're taking a big old U-turn and we're going home. I don't travel. I go to my games and I come home.
Yeah, but you still have to stop and eat somewhere, don't you?
At Dairy Queen, because it's on the way out.
I like Dairy Queen breakfast. I don't know. I'm not a big Dairy Queen any other. I do like their breakfast though.
I just take me a large fry from Dairy Queen and that's all. That's all I need.
All right, well, Mark, I'm gonna throw out some stats that's gonna shock you here, and this is just in one game. And I'm pretty sure that you set a new school record on this right here. What I'm getting ready to say, but you scored 10 goals in one game.
Yes, I did.
So just let me in on was you just like feeling it more of that game? Would I mean, I'm still trying to learn soccer a little bit, so just fill me in on how like that came into play there.
Well, before that game, had like our bus is always like the most. It's special to me. It's like we always just jam out, get hyped up. We got there. I was just ready to go, and I couldn't do it without just by myself. It was obviously a lot of help from my teammates. I got a lot of assists from our center midfielder McKenna. She really helped me that game to get my 10 goals in.
Did you hear that, Mark? 10 goals in a single game.
Well, I was looking at something else here, and I'll let you have back at it here. Again, I don't know if I guess he's or updated stats. 24 goals for the season,
Yes.
and average 52 points. You're averaging 5 points a game, or 5.8 points average. And but that's amazing. That's out there. So is it like that you? I mean, to score them goals, I'm sure that there's a mentality. I know it ain't all on you. I know teammates that's got to set you up and all that other stuff. I'm sure about all that. But that mentality, like when you're close to that goalkeeper, you're like you're not blocking this, or I'm just absolutely going to bang your shoulder off. If you even try to stop this ball.
I just go into it with a mindset that you're not better than everybody else. You're still trying to get better for yourself. You're still trying to better yourself and try to show off in front of everybody else. That just doesn't get you nowhere. Obviously, I give a lot of credit to God too. I pray before every one of my games, and it helps me a lot.
Well, just for the record, if I scored 10 goals in one game, I would still be bragging about it. I would be out there in my yard right now bragging about it. I go to Walmart and just talk to random strangers about it. I would. I mean, my head be like this. I mean, 10 goals right here, 10 goals. Edward would too. That's the reason why he ain't saying nothing.
I ain't denying it. So
Now Addison probably wouldn't. Addison, she's a very humble person. Me, I'd brag on her.
depends on the situation. Like volleyball, I wouldn't brag about anything with that. Softball, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different person. I don't know her right now.
you you also forgot the part, Mark. She set the school record, new school record with the 10 goals.
Yeah, so
And I
that was
think
strong.
that
Hey, when
if
do you think that's ever going to be broke?
um,
I mean,
let me get back to you when that happens. I
if
don't
you
ever
said,
see that happening.
maybe you could answer this for me. You know, you set the school record. What was the previous record? Because I would almost about think your record shattered it.
I'm pretty sure the record was 8 before that.
Oh well. I mean, it's closer to what I thought. I was thinking maybe 5 or 6 or something like that. Well, that's pretty.
I was too. I was thinking like 5.
Yeah, I was like,
Well,
so
you know,
was you mad that day? It's like I'm gonna let off all my frustrations on this little soccer ball here today.
No,
Like was kicking that 100 mile per hour or something like that, or
yeah, I was before the game. My coach had to come talk to me. She was like, "You know, you can break the school record today." I was like, "Can I really?" I was like, I asked her. I was like, "What's the record?" And she was like, "Our previous senior that just left us, which I love very much, her name is Tori. She set the record at 8 last year. I'm pretty sure when we played Knox, which is also who I broke the record on. And she was like, "You know, you can break the record." So I was just ready. I was ready to break the record. I was so ready.
so are you going to try for 12 goals in the next game, or
Yes.
because I mean, I'm pretty sure you got Knox coming up here in a week or so. So you're going to try to put up 12 to break your record.
Yes, sir. And we also play we play Pot County, I'm pretty sure, Thursday, and I really look forward to that too.
And I got another question for you. Is you're also, if I'm not mistaken, number 7 in the state for goals.
Yes, sir.
So give me your thoughts on not only breaking school records but being inside the top 10 statewide.
I mean, obviously, I'm really proud of myself because like I've really practiced hard, and it just takes a lot of hard work, and it also takes a lot of hard work from my team and stuff. Also, just like the support from everybody, all like the county and different counties, all the support. It's like really helped me to grow my confidence in the sport.
Well, Addison or Mark, y'all got anything for I continue on with my questions?
I just went through about a 4.5 minute coughing spree right there, so I'm trying to get my senses back together. But this might be asking question time here.
What do you and your team like do anything in the off season to make you all as good as you all are? Because you all sound to me like you are really good. I'm not very educated on soccer yet. I I just don't understand most of it. Like, what do you do in the off season to get better?
During the off season this year, we really tried to like work together as a team, and like even though it was off season, we still try to like a lot of the girls we FaceTimed, and it was a bunch of team bonding things, and we also was like trying to work together to get because we was all my whole group. It's not only just the freshmen, but like where we as freshmen, we was all trying to get our schedules and classes changed to the same thing so that we could all just work together and like team bond.
Mark.
If I get this question out without hacking, uh, but of course I know you've heard the news. There's a lot of craziness going on in the world right now. Have you been able to keep up your practices on schedule and everything still running like normal, or has that slowed it down for you?
Yeah, that had a we did like stop. We didn't practice that day. We were supposed to have practice, but we wanted to like keep safe. Like, our coach really like make sure that we are safe and we feel safe at practice because she that are us to be safe at practice and stuff. So we didn't do that, but today we went back and we was just better than ever today.
Again, I ask everybody before I let them go. Um, we know what the ultimate goal is. I mean, you don't have to tell us what the ultimate goal is. It's every team goal. So, what is it going to take for you to reach your goals?
Just obviously, I've said this a million times, but really, even if we like don't get to play as much, like just lifting one another up and stuff, and then also working on ourselves too, and making sure our mental health is good and we're staying positive, working as hard as we can to be ourselves.
I gotta ask you this before I let you go. I've heard from some people. You kick pretty hard. Have you ever like kicked the ball so hard you like blew it through the net?
No, but I have kicked it pretty hard before, and it just goes straight through the field goal and like the football. Yeah, and everybody goes field goal, field goal. It's so funny.
Have you ever
Well,
kicked it? Go ahead, Edward.
No, go ahead. I was getting ready to say that there's your question. Has she ever thought about playing football as a kicker?
I would, but I don't know. I definitely think I could do it, but I don't know. I love soccer so much.
Have you ever kicked the ball so hard it bonked off somebody then over the field goal?
Probably. I'm pretty sure that I've done that before, plenty of times in practice.
Have you kicked the ball so hard it bounced off somebody that you had to run to them and maybe apologize to because you felt bad afterwards?
Yeah. So
Edward.
So I've actually got to see coverings a couple times this season, but from like your first game of the season against Hazard till the game the other day against Middlesboro, what do you think is one of the biggest things that has changed in you and your team?
obviously, like the first game we didn't start off that, but stuff. Practice. Try to like better ourselves for each other, not just for ourselves and stuff. And then, for myself, just working really hard. I feel like that's changed a lot. I've decided to push myself past my.
So in the last game that I was at, I heard, not only your coach, but the other coach also talking about communicating. So how important is that to communicate on the field?
It is probably one of the most. It is. If you don't communicate, nobody's know who you're passing it to, and then that can just get very quickly. It's really important to communicate with your team.
Well, how hard is it to communicate during a game and keep it at a PG level and not get that beep all the time? Get over beep, 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 beep. You're getting edited on
Yeah. Sometimes it gets a little heated, but you just have to like calm everybody down, just take it a few notches down and just breathe sometimes.
You listen and learn, Edward. Listen and learn.
Me?
Yeah.
Out of everybody, you holler at me.
Maybe we need to teach that to Addison on the softball field. Sometimes you gotta breathe. You gotta breathe.
I'm breathing when I'm speaking.
Now Addison's a perfect example of the yeah.
Call me out, why don't you, Mark? Sometimes you just gotta. I know what fuels my team and makes them do better, so I gotta use it sometimes, and sometimes it works.
Yeah, sometimes you do gotta give that little Seriously.
Yeah.
That's
Sometimes you gotta get up in their face a little bit, tell them to get their stuff together. Let's go.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It works.
And
Ain't it?
she's
It ain't
even got in
failed
their
me.
face and told us to go. I'm just saying.
It ain't failed me yet. So
Don't fix it if it ain't broke, right?
yeah, exactly. Why would you fix something that's not broken?
Learn, Mark. Learn.
Well, I always said that Ray Lewis. That's what made him so great. You know, could you imagine having Ray Lewis mad at you in the locker room? Yeah, you're going to play hard for him. Well, that sort of reminds me of these two young females. I wouldn't want them mad at me. I'd be like, I'll play hard for you, so I don't want to deal with you afterwards. Yeah. So, but now use a
So,
different story. Oh,
so the final question I got for you before I show you a couple graphics we put together for you is, I know I used to do it in school. Did you all have a certain game or team highlighted at the beginning of the season that y'all couldn't wait to play against?
During the start of the season, we was excited to play everybody, but probably especially Bell County. They've always been like, we've always run head, and we played once, and it was a really good game. Our first game, I think something that has to do with it too is our field. We don't play on turf, so when we went to their field, the ball moves so much faster on stuff. So it was something that we had to just adapt to and stuff. So I think next time we play them, I think we'll do better.
All right, so we did put together a couple graphs for you, and basically this is our way of saying thank you for coming on the show and having to listen to Mark ramble on about whatever Mark rambles on about. But I will send them to you after the show, and we will post them onto our pages and everything. So just give us our thoughts on which one you like the most, because I haven't even showed Mark the second one yet, but I'm assuming which one he's gonna like the most.
and you could go ahead and be brutally honest with them too.
Oh, that is so cool. That is awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. And this one right here, I haven't even showed Mark yet either.
Oh yes, I love that one. That one's a good one. I like the first one a lot.
I was looking
So
at it.
you can't ever go wrong with the original.
Yep.
He won't make me a graphic like that. He probably would ask it, but he wouldn't make me one.
He already has me, Mark.
See what I'm saying?
See,
He won't make me a
Mark,
graphic.
only thing I could make you a graph for is you eating
Eating
tacos.
taco, yeah, eating Taco Bell, and one drinking a coffee, and one going.
You never know.
I'd
He
make
might Mary Hut, and there's something you can make a graphic for.
me at the Dairy Hut eating, a hamburger after you bought it and stuff.
Need a picture of you with your thumbs up, big old smile right in the middle.
Don't give him ideals, because now he's just gonna randomly start sending me pictures. Can you put this on a graphic?
I'm I'm going to Dairy Hut. I didn't even hear that. I want to go to Dairy Hut now. Addison Edward takes us to Dairy Hut.
Yes,
Buy some food.
I agree. Anything
Well, I
to
tell
do
you
with
what, y'all go up there and go ahead and order, and I'll be there shortly.
Adriana, can we tell Dairy Hut that you sent us and get some kind of a discount?
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Okay.
So there you go. But I just want to thank you again for coming on. And from what I've seen, out there on the field, and from the stats and the numbers you're putting up, you're absolutely killing it. And Mark tends to say this all the time, but you've still got a few more years to go. So I can't wait to see what your future holds. And just keep killing it like you have been. And best of luck the remaining part of the season for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much for having me.
and don't wish
I,
it away. Do not wish your high school years away because they go so fast. So
Yeah.
fast, the blink of an eye.
Well, thank you very much. And yeah, she did. She did do a great job. And but
Absolutely. And any shout out to Adriana for you got any shout out to? Looks like you got a Bethany that's made quite a few comments to you here.
Yeah, shout out to my family. They really pushed me this year, knowing that I think they know my potential, and it really helps me. It really helps my confidence and stuff. I really am thankful.
But again, thank you for coming on. Best of wishes the remaining part of the season, and soon as the show's over with, I will send you those graphics. They are, free for you to do whatever you want to with them, and we will also post them on the pages. But again, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to the remaining part of the season. I'm looking forward to you putting up 12, 13 goals in a single game.
So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. But man, two great interviews. Addison, you're absolutely killing it. I mean, like always.
What can I say?
And she had to take as many cough breaks as I've had.
No, only 2.
One more.
And I'm like
But
literally
before I jump
ODing
into
on
the
these.
final,
I'm like literally ODing on these things right here. I've made a whole bag since this show started, and these ain't helping.
No, I'm gonna have to go get some. I don't know what they're called, but they, like when you can go to the gas station and get that pack of gum where it's like wrapped in metal, and like you push it out. I don't know what it's called, but they've got cough drops like that actually like numb your throat.
Secrets.
I don't know what they're called. They
I
work
think
so
I
well.
think I think it's secrets if I
I need
pronounce
some.
that right.
I'm gonna have to go get some tomorrow before school.
But Addison, you're with us. You're like you're part of this team anyway, and there are some. Can I say big news? Big news.
yeah, I'm actually getting
I'll let
ready to go into all that.
Big
So
news.
big news.
What?
Well, I'm gonna start off with a couple graphics here, and but we got to thank Bryant Family Medicine for everything that they do for us to allow us to go out and promote the student athletes the way we do, and without them, none of this that we've been doing would be possible at all.
And that's a new picture. That's not the old picture. That's a
I
new
know. I
picture.
seen that. That's
Yeah,
very new. That looks nice. Did you
yeah.
make that, Edward?
Yes, I kind of did,
That looks good.
but
Yeah.
this one Mark made, and I'm actually proud of him. Other than I had to write everything down because I can't read it. So, but we do want to say thank you to our new sponsor, Heather Martinez Realtor, Sean Rogers Realty Incorporated, 513 South Main Street, Corbin, Kentucky, 40701. Phone number to reach them at is 606 344 0217. And if you are buying or selling, they're there. She is there to help. Reach out to them, give them a call. I mean, you could. Yeah, she'll do everything she can to help you. But again, that is Heather Martinez, Realtor.
You say Mark made that?
Mark did make that. I'm proud of him.
You made that.
Mark did make that. I'm proud of him.
That's great. Good job. That looked real nice.
But harping a little bit about Heather, and she reached out to us, and she just wanted to do what she could to help us promote, and you know, we just cannot say enough thanks to her, especially like I said, she come to us, so we're going to do our best to advertise for her, and she helps us promote, and helps us do more things that we need to do to keep this get bigger, bigger, bigger. The more bigger it gets, the better we can promote, and the more we can do for the student athlete. Um, and cannot say enough about her. And that led us into the next step with her contribution that she gave us. That now we're Edward, if you want to go ahead and announce that.
Well, now we are official LLC. So everything is 100 now. So
So like we're for real, like we're like for
We're
real.
yeah, we're a legit business now.
yeah, we're legit.
So
That's
so
oh my goodness.
so we can make you like cheap. Nah, if I don't lose my cough drop, chief executive something, chief executive something. We'll
That's
title you.
awesome.
Yeah, and it takes generous people, that helps us, and again, like I said, big shout out to Heather. She reached out to us, and she loved what we was doing, and I know a little bit about her, and I know what she's meaning, and of course, Bright Family Medicine, Dave, he's all for it. Dave's like anything we can do to help promote these kids more and more, I'm all in. And Dave, he's still the guy. He's still the guy that anytime we need something, he's Johnny on the spot. But hopefully, we could help advertise for her. Hopefully, we can help her as she helps us. And big shout out to her.
That's awesome.
And we're making Addison chief executive something. We'll give her some kind of a title, and maybe even a little nameplate to put on her desk or something.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
please, that would be so awesome. That would be awesome.
and you're in trouble when you you gotta go in there and talk to Addison. No. Yeah.
I'm
We'll,
not that
we'll make
mean.
sure that it's Ryan that always has to go in there. So
Oh, now it'd be Mark in there all the time.
I would say
probably.
in trouble. I'm used to it. I'm numb to it. See, Rod made a comment over here, and I just picked my cough drop off. See, I've never been either, Mark or Edward. I guess he was talking about the
Dairy
uh,
Hut, probably.
yeah, dairy hut. Ryan, you're slacking. You should have been to the dairy hut. Yeah, just breathe. That's it.
Mark would knock on the door, and I'd be like, "It's Mark again, back again. What did
Try.
he do this time?"
I do that every time when he calls me.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, and
but
you know how Edward. So let me ask you something. When somebody calls you, how do you answer a phone?
Depends on who it is. Like, if it's like I've got my three best friends, like Bailey, Cam, and Ella, I'll answer. I'll be like, "What? What do you want?" But if it's my
hmm,
mom, I'm like, "Hi, mom. How's your day? Well, what you doing?" And my dad, I'm just like, "Hi,
what's up?
Well,
what's up? Yeah, what's up?" That's it.
well, Edward answered the phone a few times. He answers it. It's like I'm the one calling. Hello. Yeah.
He just sits there in
It's all.
silence until you say
Yeah,
something.
yeah. It's like I have to say hello, start the conversation. Yeah. Well, Edward, I need to tell you. Yeah.
Very, very short, very dry. Edward. He's yeah. What?
Well, he's exaggerating. But are y'all ready to see the new updated top 5 must see list?
Ready
We are
as I'll
ready.
ever be.
And just brief.
Well, see, I'm gonna try because I'm only gonna pronounce the part of the names that I can, unless you
We
all
got
can
some
see it.
names we can't pronounce. Just go by their first name so we don't absolutely butcher their last name with our 13th region accent.
But
All
before he
right.
starts, okay, never mind. He already started. Before he starts this, though, Addison, for real, you're a big part of this. I mean, any kind of success that we have, it's still, you're a big part of this. I mean, you've helped us grow, and we cannot give you enough thanks. You do got a thing called school. You're a senior. You multi-sport star, and you're giving us your time. You're giving us your time for free. So again, that speaks very highly of your character. And again, you're a big part of this success too. So this is not just a celebration for, just me and Edward. It's a celebration amongst us three, all of us. Ryan, Allison, Larry, and on and on. John. John's been a big help. Shane Chapford. Uh, who am I missing? Am I missing one? Help me
Valerie.
out. Valerie, of course. And just it's took us all to get to this point, and you've been a big part of it.
Well, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you two, so thank you all for having me on your show. And this is probably my favorite part of my Wednesdays. I look forward to this every Wednesday, getting to talk to all of the athletes around the region who, some of us don't have the coverage that we would love, and you all take your time out of your day to come and watch us play and to cover us, and that's really something great to have. So I really respect that, and thank you.
Well, you're a part of this until this thing crashes, so you're forever a part of us.
Yeah,
I'll be
100%.
I'll be here till the day I die. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m.
Well, Edward needs to make his a graph. You do know that. You need to get on the Edward. Like how our show's got me, Edward, and Ryan in their little funny hats and stuff like that. He needs to do something for you and him on this Wednesday show.
Yeah, we need us like me, you, Mark, and those little graphics you make.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, actually, I am thinking about when it comes basketball time, turning people into cartoons. So, I mean,
Yes. Turn me into one of those bobblehead cartoons. That's what I want to be. I want to be a bobblehead.
all right. But y'all ready for
Yeah.
we'll start with Mark's
I'm
got
ready.
I don't know, Mark's got some kind of coffee twitch over there now or something.
No, I got the bobblehead mark going.
I had to plug my phone up. Okay, I'm ready.
We're ready.
All right, so this is the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media top 5 must see in girls soccer. You've got Autumn Sawyers from Whitley County with 10 goals, and we just had our guest on today, 24 goals. We talked all about her major accomplishments just being a freshman. Then you have Emily Burchett, Prestonsburg, 16 goals. And I hope this is right. Greenlee from Harrison County with 103 saves. Then you got Faith Burnside from Boyd County with 16 goals.
Well, I've seen one several times. Talked to one tonight. Um, but it's hard not to look at that 24 goals with Adriana and 10 goals in one game. It's hard not to be really, really impressed with that. And not only be impressed with that, she's a freshman. And that's really overwhelming. I think number 7 in the state scoring, and say enough good about her, but I've covered Autumn for many years, and she's a warrior. When you think of Autumn Sawyers, you think of one word: warrior. And Autumn Sawyers is like Addison Sloan. These they're warriors. I mean, they lead by example, and good list, good list.
Well, thanks, Mark. Um, I've I've never seen any of them play, but just hearing that Adriana had 10 goals in one game, that's insane. I don't know. That's crazy.
All right, so you've got this is your Bryant's Family Medicine All Sports Media Top 5 Must See in Boys Soccer, which is Jarrett from Glasgow with 25 goals, Hero from OBI with 12 goals, Jacob Centers from Whitley County with 13 goals, Bryson Bentley from Shelby Valley with 184 saves, and Henry from Brown with 21 assists.
Well, I'd like to know where Brown's at. I used to play with a team called Brown on my college football game, but they was like Ivy League or something. But I don't really even know where that's even at. I've covered one, Jacob Sanders, and great guy. Love him to death. Good personality, and really playing some really good soccer before all this craziness happened, and got a really good win against Perry County Central. Sort of was getting it rolling there, and so hopefully when the sanity kicks back in, and maybe they can keep it going.
I don't know nothing about any of them. I would love to go watch some of them play actually because I like soccer, but I've not watched them, so I can't really say anything.
You know where Brown's at?
I've never heard of Brown in my life.
Me either. Edward, educate us. I know you might help us here.
Well, if you
He's
want to be
looking at
honest,
he's going to look it up and act like he's
I am gonna
educated.
have to I am gonna have to look it up because when I was looking at top 10 stats, statewide, it brought up a lot of Brown players,
Well,
and I'm gonna
they
assume
gotta be
that's in
good.
Louisville.
That definitely sounds like it'd be somewhere in
Well,
Louisville or
well,
Lexington.
Heather, our new sponsor, God bless her, she's come in here and she's educated us. She says, I think it is in Louisville.
I think she's correct because when I put in Brown High School in Kentucky, the only thing that's showing up is Louisville. So I do believe that's a Louisville school.
And big shout out to you, Heather, and for educating us on that because we'd have never figured that out at all. And again, thank you for sponsoring us, and thank you for the commitment to the student athletes. And again, it takes fine people like you to help us promote the way that we need to for these young kids.
All right, let me get this one pulled up here. Now, there's a couple names on this one that did not move, and that's just because they had the competition that they played and the numbers that they had put up against them. So you have Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media Top 5 Must See in football. You have Montavious Quisenberry from Boyle County with 6 total touchdowns now. He scored 3 in one game against, if I'm not mistaken, I think they was the number 7 ranked team in the nation, if I'm not mistaken there. Then you have Kate Elam from Corbin with 8 passing touchdowns and 4 rushing touchdowns, a total of 12 touchdowns. You got Hayden Dameron from Bell County, which is just eating quarterbacks alive with 3 sacks right now. You have Noah Smith from South Laurel, which went from 27 tackles to 36 tackles and 3 total touchdowns. And then you have James Jack from Paducah Tillman with 1,043 total passing yards, and that's just in like a 3-game stretch.
Four of these guys I know really, really well. And before I start, thank you, Heather, for sure. And thank you for being a part of us. And again, thank you for everything you did for us. And just to harp on, I know four of these. I've watched them, covered them quite a bit. Uh, I said years ago when Quisenberry was at Garrett County, I said he's winning Mr. Football. And but now you see what Kate is doing, and I'm telling you, this Mr. Football race is going to be really, really interesting. I mean, I'm not even going to try to even go to that route about who's ahead or who ain't ahead. But I mean, of course, Bull K had a big win this week. Who can look past what Corbin's doing? Just before you look past Corbin, look what they just did to Lexington Catholic.
If I'm not
Nobody.
mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, Mark, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was 56-22, I believe. So a
When have
34-point victory over Lexington Catholic.
I think Louisville Christian Academy got pretty good in the playoffs last year, but that don't happen in Lexington Catholic that often.
No,
And that's a mammoth win for Corbin and Kate Elam's a big reason why. Hayden, that's your area right there, Edward. This guy is a tank. Just go and look at some of his YouTube videos. He throws weights around like they ain't nothing. This guy's a tank. We watched him last year in the state championship game. I still think he's pulling half of Louisville Christian Academy's football team with him. It took about 7 guys to bring him down there, and that's not exaggerating. We can run the video. It took literally 6 or 7 guys to bring that guy down. And then we got Noah Smith had him on my show, and just what he's doing this year is just he's a perfect example of bigger, stronger, faster. He has just dedicated himself, and he's a whole new different animal this year, and it's showing on the field. And again, like I said, I know 4 out of 5. I don't know the Paducah Tillman guy that good.
I
And thank
I just know that Katie Lim has been really good since like the 7th grade. Cause I used to go to school with him, and that's all we heard was how good he was. And I mean, it's true. He's a heck of a football player. And then Hayden Dameron, he's always been good too. Like that's just all I know.
and you know, you two have a good night too, Casey. Thank you for all your kind words and all your comments. And got to Edward. You know what the funny thing, Addison? The funny thing about it is maybe your 2 best teams in the state of Kentucky is in the same class. If there's better teams in Bull County and Corbin, show me. Show me. That might be the 2 best teams in the state at this point in time. I mean, I'm not saying it might be a late comer upper, like a Trinity or a Saint X or something like that. But at this point, early on in the season, I think the 2 best teams in the state.
I would have to agree with you, Mark. And this next one, this is a sport you might know a little something about, Addison. But this is your Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media Top 5 Must See in volleyball. You got Sophie from Franklin County with 309 kills. You got Ava from Corbin with 220 assists, which we had her on the show today. And then you got Jada Reed from Paducah Tillman with 104 blocks. Callista Dunn from Harlan County with 54 service aces. You got Bailey Moore from Boyd County with 159 digs.
Acid, I'll let you roll with this. This is your sport here.
Is that 309 kills on this season?
Yes.
Oh my god. Well, me personally, that would be some heavy competition. I would actually love to play against that. But I've only played against one out of the five, and that is Calissa Dunn from Harlan County, and she is insane. She is so good. We our whole offense our whole defense is revolved around what she does in whatever position she hits in, because Harlan County plays sort of it's a weird rotation where basically where you are is where you're at is where you hit. So wherever we follow, like she's insane. She can play everything. It's crazy.
Well,
I,
I actually now this graphic was made, you know, prior to 2 games of Franklin County not being posted, but Franklin County has played a total of 17 games, and she is now at 340 kills on the season, averaging 8 kills per set.
That's insane.
Doug
Oh,
said that Sophie's about 6'3" and is great, and he saw her play as a freshman.
that's crazy. I wish I could hit like that.
Well, you do hit like that.
Not like that.
Listen, I've
That's
watched you
crazy.
play,
That's crazy. That's awesome.
but Mark, you got anything for we do our?
No, I as to know, like I said, she knows more about that game than me and you put together. So I'm 100% on her side about that. And I'm just reading Doug's comment about Sophie being 6'3", and I'm sure that length helps her out a lot too, because you just don't see a whole lot of 6'3" girls, around here. And I'm sure I would guess Ashley, that would probably give you more of a
I
with
mean,
that
you can have
leverage.
with your height. It's either you can have a better vertical, you have a a longer wingspan. There's so many different things that go into your height. It's crazy. Like I want to see her play so bad. I want to watch that.
But Mark Addison, I'm gonna ask y'all for your final thoughts before we wrap it up tonight.
I think it was great as always.
Doug just said that Corbin will play Franklin County in a 2A. Wow.
Win. I want to go live.
that, that, that,
That's
that,
actually what I'm researching right this second.
that's what's must see stuff right there.
So actually, Thursday, September the 19th, it's a 12:30 game. Well, it says 12:30 p.m., but they haven't got the location yet.
That's why he's saying on the 19th. That's a definite must see TV right there. Acid, ever pay for the gas, take us out to eat. We load up, we go watch
We'll find a way.
it.
Well, listen, if I'm paying for the gas, you need to at least pay for the food.
I'll pay
It-
for admission.
I'll pay for admission. He says Owensboro, so that's a good little travel there, but still be worth it.
Man, if that was a Saturday game, for sure.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
Saturday game. I would be there.
yeah.
No, we play at Clay County that day, so I won't be able to make it.
Yeah. If Addison made it, she get psyched up, want to run out there and start hitting some balls herself.
It's the atmosphere. I love it. I can't stay away from it.
But any last thoughts?
No.
Um, Asking was, did you have anything?
Mm-mm.
Um, Again, a big shout out to Bryant Family Medicine, being a corporate sponsor. Also, a big shout out to Heather Martinez, Realtor. Again, this young lady come up to she approached she wanted to do her part, and that makes it even that much more special whenever you had somebody to approach you and say, "Hey, what can I do to help?" And just shows you what kind of individual she is. Also, so go and hunt her down. If you want a house or if you want to sell one, so it seems like the person to go. Hopefully, Edward buys me a house one day, and then I'll say, Edward, let's go see Heather. Heather will give us a good deal. So yeah, definitely go and check her out. All the info's in the uh, the logo that we made, and again, cannot say enough about her. And that being said, again, prayers to all the victims to this tragedy. I would like to word it, but we got to keep this show PG. Hopefully, this suspect. I would like to word it differently, but we got to keep this PG. Hopefully, the suspect is detained really, really soon, and so then everybody can get their life back to normal. Let's get schools back. Let's get sports back. Let's get us in there, knocking coaches out and stuff like that. Let's get our let's get our lives back, and again, just get rid of this craziness, and prayers for all the victims and all the bad that happened that day. I know firsthand. I know firsthand. But again, just prayers out for them, and hopefully they can get this guy really, really soon. We can get our lives back to normal.
Absolutely. First off, Addison, I want to thank you for taking the time to come on. I mean, you killed it like you always do. And Mark, thank you for taking the time to come on. I mean, even though you're still Mark, I mean, but
Yeah,
can't fix that.
yeah, we got to fix the scrolling banner also.
What you got to fix about it?
You don't have realtor. You don't have Heather Martinez realtor on that.
Well, that's your job to fix all that. I do all the rest of the work.
See, the truth is coming out here.
Well, I just sit here and talk, so I mean, it could be as bad as my job.
Remember,
Well, listen,
folks, chief executive something. We'll come up with something here in a minute. The name, the plate.
Yes.
post it all over every social media
Oh,
site
yeah.
once I figure it out. But
We'll ask
again,
John North what would be a good title for her.
Don't
Chief
ask John
executive.
North nothing about
We
a
will
title
ask
for
John.
me.
We will ask John.
I'm gonna message him right now.
Oh goodness. I wouldn't do that.
And again, you're as much of the host of this show as I am. You get out and you play a lot of teams. If you see anybody that you'd like for me to bring on, feel free to let me know, and I'll reach out to them. And same with you, Mark. You're out covering games too. If you see somebody, even if it's somebody from New York, I don't care. I'll bring them on.
I just want
Just make sure I ain't making you a graphic of you eating food. Get out there and I'll take a picture and make you a graphic of you trying to hit one of Allison's kill shots. I can already picture the face.
I'm picturing it right now in my head.
But I do want to thank all of our viewers tonight. I mean, it was a great show. Love the guests. They killed it, and from everybody here at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media, I want to thank yous and God bless.